Hey, what is going on guys? Tech Enthusiast here, and this is a camera comparison video between the Asus Rog Phone against the OnePlus 6T. These phones are from the best of late 2018, but just how good are the cameras? Let's find out in this video. Just before starting the comparison, here is an overlook of the camera specs. The Asus Rog Phone has a dual 12 megapixel camera which supports OIS and EIS. The OnePlus 6T has a dual 16 megapixel camera which also has OIS and EIS. As for the video recording, the Asus Rog Phone can record videos at 60 frames per second in 1080p and 4K. For slow motion videos, it can record videos in 240 frames per second at 720p and 1080p. The OnePlus 6T also records videos in 60 frames per second for both 1080p and 4K. For slow motion videos, it can record 240 frames per second at 1080p and 480 frames per second at 720p. Starting off is this violet shrub flower, and for the most part they look very similar, but the Rog Phone has a little more details. On the second photo of the tree bark, the Rog Phone is a tad brighter than the OnePlus 6T, and again it has a little more detail than the OnePlus 6T. On this photo of the 8-bit DOE control pad, the photo is a little warm on the OnePlus 6T compared to the Rog Phone. On this side, the blue color is a little lighter on the Rog Phone, and if you look closely, you can see overall it has more details than the OnePlus 6T. On this photo of the little bike, the yellow stands out a little more on the Rog Phone, whereas it looks a little bland on the OnePlus 6T, which is also more accurate of the two. And on this photo, overall the reds look very similar in both photos, except for the middle on the OnePlus 6T, it is a little contrasty. Here is the first portrait photo. Nothing amazing from the two, however the OnePlus 6T is brighter than the Rog Phone. In the second portrait photo, again I'm not seeing any major differences with the subject, but the sky has a lot of contrast on the Rog Phone. Finally, the last portrait photo of this toy figure. The edge detection is better on the OnePlus 6T, however the background blur is better on the Rog Phone. Moving on to some indoor photos. This photo was taken next to the window, and you can notice that the overall photo is warmer on the Rog Phone. Having said that, in terms of the color accuracy, in this instance the OnePlus 6T is more accurate of the two. On the second photo, I think it's quite obvious that the Rog Phone took a better photo. Everything is clearer and you can see details of the mesh more than you can see on the OnePlus 6T. Here is a small backpack, and the Rog Phone is better here. If you look at the bottom part of the rocket on the OnePlus 6T, you can notice the noise. Now going on to indoor low light photos with room lighting conditions, the Rog photo is better here. If you look at the photo taken by the OnePlus 6T, you can see the noise pretty much everywhere. On the photo of this mouse, the captured lighting is different between the two. The OnePlus 6T has a little too much shadows, whereas the Rog Phone does not, which is also a tad bit sharper. Here are some of the outdoor low light photos. Both photos have noise. The photo taken by the OnePlus 6T is without night mode, and the garage door has a yellow tint, and the sky is noisier than the Rog Phone. The same photo with the night mode on the OnePlus 6T, and it does reduce the noise, but overall it loses quality. On the second photo, both of these phones produce different colors, and the OnePlus 6T seems slightly sharper. With the night mode turned on for the OnePlus 6T, again the noise is reduced but loses quality overall. Finally, the last photo, and if you look at the sky, you can notice the noise on the OnePlus 6T, and with the night mode enabled, again it reduces the noise but loses overall sharpness. This is a focus test video recording on the Asus Rog Phone to see how fast it focuses with the background and the foreground object. This is a focus test video recording on the OnePlus 6T to see how fast it focuses with the background and the foreground object. In this video comparison, do look out for the animated speaker icons so you know which device the audio is coming from. This is a video recording at 1080p 30 frames per second between the Asus Rog Phone and the OnePlus 6T. Okay, so just as usual, I'm just going to go down here and see if we've got anything swimming by closely. Nope, nothing there. Just a few gulls up there. Let's see if we can get a bit of recording of the bottom here. Okay, I'm just gonna walk up a bit fast and then a quick jog to see how the video stabilization is between the two. This is a 4K video recording at 30 frames per second between the Asus Rog Phone and the OnePlus 6T. So this is a very nice day actually. As you can see, we've got some of the wildlife out, so we've got some gulls here, some of the ducks there. And I'll just do a short jog to see how the video stabilization is between the two. And as you can see, they're all flying away. So let's just take a recording of these sides. So that is the end of this camera shootout. For daylight photos, I would say the Rog Phone was superior in majority of the photos. It had more details than the OnePlus 6T. For portrait photos, in general, they both look pretty similar and they weren't really amazing at the same time. For indoor photos, once again, the Rog Phone was better. It had better clarity. As for outdoor low light photos, the Rog Phone had less noise than the OnePlus 6T, and the night mode on the OnePlus 6T wasn't anything special. For video recording, the Rog Phone appears to have better quality than the OnePlus 6T. Both of the phones have good stabilization, but the OnePlus 6T is slightly better stabilized when jogging. Having said that, the sky was a bit contrasty on the Rog Phone. As for the audio quality, the output was lower on the Rog Phone compared to the OnePlus 6T. And for slow motion videos, both of the phones can record 240 frames per second at 1080p, but the OnePlus 6T can record 480 frames per second at 720p. So what were your thoughts about this camera comparison? Which of these phones will you or have you bought? Do let me know in the comment section. Now if you have enjoyed this video, then give it a thumbs up. If you are new here, then please do consider subscribing, as I have more videos coming up. So make sure you hit that bell icon so you get notified as soon as I release those videos. Do follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and like always, thanks for watching, and I will catch up with you in the next video.